Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here. Once again, what's up everybody? Welcome to my spoiler-free movie review of DC Comics' Black Adam. So, how was it? Well, like I said before, spoiler-free, so not about worry about spoilers here. So, let's get to it. Is it good? Is it bad? I'm gonna say this. Is it the greatest thing ever? No, it's not. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. But, is it the biggest piece of shit like everyone's making it out to be? No, far from it. Far from it. I'd rather watch this again than Thor: The Dark World or Iron Man 2 or 3 any day, or WandaVision any day of the week. I know that might piss people off me saying that, but that is the truth. Black Adam is a good popcorn superhero movie. It's short, it's sweet, to the point. It knows what it is, it knows what it wants to be, doesn't waste any time. I mean, I guess if I had to make one complaint, I wish there was more character interaction, especially with the Justice Society. But beyond that, it was a good time. Like, of course, I know people say about The Rock, like, oh, The Rock acts the same with all his characters in all his movies. What's really different about it? You know? Which that's not true in all cases, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But like with Will Smith, despite the controversy, he's charismatic and he could pull it off. And I mean, I can see another actor maybe pulling it off, but Brock as Black Adam is very, very believable. I can believe that he can do and do the things he does in that movie. He's a believable actor. Like, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Especially toward the end, I didn't see The Rock. I saw Black Adam, and not only that, his supporting cast was also very fantastic. You know, like the person who played Hawkman was fantastic. First of all, costume amazing looking, but he kind of remind me of like pre Civil War Captain America. He kind of had that personality to him. He's really cool. Also, Doctor Fate, Pierce Brosnan's Doctor Fate. God, like, dude was Benedict Cumberbatch was born to play the Doctor Strange. Pierce Brosnan was born to play Doctor Fate. He was amazing. Like, he was great. Like, he was charismatic. He was funny. He had some cool action beats. Dude, seriously, I want a Doctor Fate movie. DC Comics or DC Warner Brothers Discovery, whatever you're going to be called soon or whatever. If you're going to make more movies, please make a Doctor Fate movie. Please. I would watch that shit. It is I'd be down for that shit. No questions asked. I'd be down for that. But you know what really surprised me though? 'Cause I thought they were going to be forgettable, and surprisingly it ended up being one of my favorite characters. The young girl who played Cyclone, the one that had the wind powers, and the big guys in the trailer walking around, Atom Smasher. They were both excellent, very excellent. You know, because they're like the younger superheroes and of the group. You know, compared to the veterans like Hawkman and Doctor Fate. They're more like the young upstarts of the group, and they did great. I love their their youthful spirit of hope, and just I love their chemistry together. It's like so good and encourageable. In fact, I like to see Atom Smasher and Cyclone in more films. Honestly, seriously, and along with Hawkman, everyone everyone. I like to see more films because they're all fantastic together. It was like a really well casted, great chemistry, and also I have to say, I love the special effects. Probably one of the best special effects I've seen in a movie in a while. Because lately, with shows like, Ms. Marvel and She-Hulk, and a little bit at the beginning of Moon Knight, but the rest of it was great, the effects was... not horrible, but it could have been better. But I know people are saying, well, it's TV, RTB, of course not be his greatest movies. I mean, you have a point, though. Rings of Power will say otherwise, but I get what you're saying. I hear you what you're saying. TV has limited budget in comparison to a big blockbuster film. You do have a point, depending on who's backing and how much they believe in the project. Totally understandable. But the effects were really great, especially, I mean, it's not really a spoiler, when Black Adam fights the Justice Society of America. That's probably one of my favorite highlights of the movie. Like, oh my god, like, it was so good, like, seeing Cyclone's wind powers, Dr. Fate's manipulation spells, the Atom Smasher using his sides to, like, punch, the sides against Black Adam, to Hawkman, being the physical force of the group. It was just like the fight scenes were like just well choreographed, well done, just action packed, fast paced, just great action. Like the fight choreographer in that movie was keep him around because he makes exciting action scenes. Like it's like really well choreographed in terms of action. Not only that, I have to say, for those of you who have kids and are planning to take them to see them to the movie, let me just say this as well as a warning. Nothing bad, but I just want to say this: it's kind of violent. Like, yes, I know you're saying, but it's PG-13. You're right, it is PG-13. But boy, is it like it's on that line, guys. I'm telling you, like it's almost tipping to R. Like that's how close it is. Like in terms of like the intensity of the violence. I just want to say that because Black Adam being an anti-hero, you saw from the trailer, he kills people. He says to Hawkman, when Hawkman says, "We don't kill people," and he's like, "Well, I do." As a response to Hawkman, Black Adam says that. And he does. In pretty brutal ways, guys. And surprisingly, it's kind of funny at times. Like, it has that dark humor to it at times. It's like, wow. Like, I can't believe they made that or they allowed that to happen in this movie. I'm like, wow. There's like 2 scenes in particular that has some really dark humor. It's like, Jesus. And I'm all for, man. I'm all for dark humor if done right. And it was done right in those cases. But yeah, it was so intense at one point. It was going to be rated R. So they had to tone it down. Believe it or not, what you're seeing, that was toned down. And again, for PG-13, they got away with some stuff there, man. Like, man, it's like, I'm surprised this is not R. Honestly, they really got away with a lot of stuff here. But ultimately, though, it's just a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. Again, I love the chemistry between the heroes, especially the big fight with him and Black Adam. Unfortunately, though, and I've done this before. A lot of DC movies, other than like the first villain from Wonder Woman, which I can't think of his name. Ares says his name. Other than Ares, most of the DC movie villains I like. I like General Zod. I liked Doomsday and BVS. I liked Zack Snyder's version of Justice League. Steppenwolf. I really enjoyed Enchantress. I feel like most of the DC villains, of course, the Starro, the Destroyer. I like most of the DC villains that they introduced, other than Ares. But unfortunately, this villain, like with Ares, was kind of forgettable, which is weird because most of it comes to their villains. I like them most of the time. They do their part, but this one was just not. It was not good. Just, I mean, he looked cool. He looked like cool, like D&D type of like Dungeons and Dragons monster you would see like in a player's guidebook somewhere in like in ancient legends of like a great betrayer god or something. But he looked the part. He looked great. But as far as like was charismatic and he had some cool like action scenes, but he was just generic. And granted, unlike Ares, he had a cool final fight, unlike with Wonder Woman, but still, he's just kind of like, he showed up, did some stuff, and before I know it, he's gone and it's over. So he's kind of forgettable, which is unfortunate. But again, they're just there to build up the heroes, which, again, yeah, they make Black Adam, Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher all look great. And that's the important thing. As long as they look great, then that's what matters. And they succeeded in that. And they're not good job. And like I said, their track record for villains has more been good than bad. So I know next Black Adam movie or whatever, next DC movie will be good. But yeah, it was just one of those rare misses. That's another bad thing besides not enough chemistry with the Justice Society. Even though there's quite a bit, there was something that were cut out. I wanted more. But despite that, don't listen to the critics. I know Rotten Tomatoes, last time I checked, was 41%? Don't listen to that. Go see it. Even if you like RTB, I'm not really sure. Something with inflation nowadays. I get it. I understand. Go see a $5 movie. Tuesday's coming up. $5 movie. Point is, go see it. It's worth your time, man. If you want a good popcorn movie, go see it, man. And because it's something to watch until Wakanda Forever, which is kind of not too far away, but still. If you want to go out to the movies and see something now, see Black Adam, man. It's worth your time and money. Recommend it. Recommend it. Flying colors. Go see Black Adam. Cannot recommend it enough. That's our review, guys. Thanks. But what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Have a good one.